Chapter 19 of The Tiger Rising. Beauchamp hit the brakes. We're almost there, he said. You gotta close your eyes, so it's a surprise. Rob closed his eyes. The jeep went forward slowly. Don't cheer now, Beauchamp said. Keep them eyes closed. Yes, sir, Rob said. All right, Beauchamp said finally. Go on and open them up. He had pulled the jeep up as close to the tiger cage as possible without driving right into it. Tell me what you see, he crowded. Tell me what it is before your very eyes open. A tiger, said Rob. He let his mouth drop open. He tried to look excited and amazed. Stand straight, said Beauchamp, king of the jungle, and he's all mine. Whoa, said Rob. You own him? That's right, said Beauchamp. Fellow, I know, owed me money. Paid me with a tiger. That's the way real men do business. In tigers, he complete with cage. The toothpick on the side of his mouth danced up and down. Beauchamp put a finger to steady into silence. What are you gonna do with him? Rob asked. I'm studying my opinions. I figured out I could set him up in front of the Kentucky Star, have him draw me some business right to the moor. The tiger stood up, stared at Beauchamp. Beauchamp looked away from him. He tapped his thick fingers on the steering wheel. I also might just kill him, Beauchamp said, and skin him and make him a great tiger cook. I ain't making up my mind. He's a lot of work, I'll tell you what. He needs to eat twice a day. That's where you come in. I need you to come out here and feed him $2 every time you do it. How's that sound? Rob swallowed hard. How do I get me in the cage? He asked. Beauchamp dug in his pocket a set of keys. With these, he said. He shook the keys. They gave a sad jingle. Don't pay no attention.
Or the big keys. They are for the locks of the doors. Open them up and the tiger will get out and eat you for sure. You understand? I owe not to give you the whole set, but I know you won't open up the door, right? You aren't no fool, right? Rob, terrified that the keys to the cage exist and that they were about to be handed to him, nodded. See these tiny keys, Beauchamp said. Rob nodded again. That's for the foot door, right there. Beauchamp pointed at the small door at the bottom of the cage. You just open that up and toss the meat in a piece at a time like this. Beauchamp swung himself out of the jeep with a grunt. He reached in the back seat for the grocery bag, took out a piece of meat, bent over and unlocked the tiny door, opened it, and threw the meat in. The tiger leaped forward and the Beauchamp took a quick step back, stumbling. That's all there is to do, he said, straightening up. His forehead was shiny with sweat and his hands were trembling. What's the tiger's name? Rob asked. Name? Said Beauchamp. He hadn't got a name. You got to name something before you toss it a piece of meat.
Rob shrugged and blushed. He bent over to scratch his leg so that way he wouldn't have to look at Beauchamp's petty, angry face. You want me to get introduced proper, Beauchamp? Is the mocking voice. Well then, get out of the jeep. Rob climbed down. Beauchamp grabbed the hold of the fence and took it. The tiger had looked up from the meat. His muzzle was red with blood. Stared at Beauchamp with a fierce look in his eyes. In his eyes that was familiar to Rob. Hey, Beauchamp shouted. You see this boy here? He pointed at Rob. Here's your meal, Tigger, not me. This is the boy. He got the keys now. Understand? I don't got them no more. This boy got them. Here's your boy. The tiger stared at Bucham a minute more. Then he slowly lowered his head and started back toward. Now on the meat. Now you get to know too. Now you get to know each other, said Bucham. He pulled a tattered bandanas from his pocket and wiped off the sweat on his forehead, on the hair, raising a ride back to the Kentucky store. Rob realized who the tiger's chair reminded him of. It was Sistine. He knew that he went to told he had the keys to the cage. Her eyes would glow with the same fierce light. He knew that she would insist. Now he had to let the tiger